Hi everyone. Let's do some yoga today. So let's bring the soles of our feet together and just notice that feeling of connection there. And taking your hands and putting them wherever they're most comfortable. And at the same time, lengthening the spine. Maybe taking the shoulders, rolling them back and softening through the shoulders, the jaw, and the neck. And then starting to breathe in and out through the nose and the mouth. Nice, long, deep breaths. And just notice what's going on in your body right now. Maybe you have a little tightness here or there, or maybe some pain. Maybe you notice that everything feels absolutely wonderful. And being grateful for everything that you do have. And as you breathe, our goal is to bring the breath to a point where it's 2 to 3 times longer than your normal breath. Breathing in through the nose, filling up the belly, the lower chest, the upper chest, all the way up to the shoulders. And then holding at the top, exhaling in reverse, eventually bringing that belly button closer to the spine. Nice. Now let's bring the lips together and start breathing in and out through your nose. Notice that when your lips are closed, the air swirls around in the back of your throat, creating what is called Ujjayi Pranayama, your yoga breath. Well, some people wonder why we spend so much time on the breath. Well, because yoga is all about breathing. It's about breathing in and out and being aware of your breath, your mind, your body, and your spirit. It's a very selfish time to be with yourself, noticing your surroundings, and then coming inward and noticing the inner environment of you. Being present. And then let's bring the arms out to the sides and up overhead, gazing up. As you exhale, folding forward, keeping the spine nice and straight, and reaching for your toes. Gazing past your toes. And then inhale, let's do that again. Arms out and up overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, fold forward, reaching towards your toes. Inhale, up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. So you kind of get the idea here. Breathing in as you go up and exhaling as you come down. Now let's come up to a seated position and let's straighten out those legs, pushing the heels forward. The toes come towards your chest. Your hands come to your sides. Soften through the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. Beautiful. And just notice. Notice how here, as you push the heels forward, you feel the stretching underneath your legs. Yeah, those are your hamstrings and your calves. And then inhale, bring the arms out and twist to the right, gazing past your right fingers. Exhale, bring the right hand down and inhale the left arm up, gaze up. Beautiful. Inhale, right hand meets the left. Exhale, fold forward. Yeah, reaching toward those toes. Maybe you don't get there. That's okay. You can always stop wherever your edge is and call it your best. So that is your edge, your greatest potential. You can also take a strap, or maybe you have a scarf or a tie or something like that, and bring it around your feet and fold forward from there. So just remembering here that we're folding from the waist and spine is straight, gazing past your toes. Nice. Feel that stretch a little bit more along the hamstring and your calves. Inhale, come back up. Arms come up overhead, gaze up. Exhale, left hand down and out behind you, right hand forward, gaze past your left fingers. Yeah. Imagine that your eyeballs can actually reach your left fingers. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But we also exercise our eyes here. And then inhale, come back to center. Now let's take the legs and just fold them up and come into a kneeling position on your mat. Beautiful. Bring the arms up overhead, gaze up. Beautiful, nice. Stretch here. Now take the right hand and hold on to the left wrist and dip to the right. Good job. And feel that stretch along the left side of your body, the left obliques. Breathe here. Remember, even though you're concentrating, sometimes you forget to breathe. So let's keep breathing. Good job. And then inhale, come back to center, arms come up overhead. And take the left hand to the right wrist and dip to the left. Good. Now feel the stretch along the right obliques. Breathe. Nice. Inhale, come back to center, arms come up overhead. As you exhale, bring the palms together at heart center. Now let's take that right foot and bring it out in front of us. Good. So we're going to do a little dragon pose here. And we're going to take the block, if you have a block. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, you can use a book about this size or something else that is about this size that's not too heavy, okay? You don't want to use bricks or something like that because, well, maybe you do. I'm just saying. All right. We're not lifting weights is what I'm saying. And you're going to bring the block inside your right foot, and you can put it medium height, high height, or low height, whatever is best for you, and place your hands on it. Okay? So here, your right knee is above your right heel. And then bring that left hand and just press it down. And inhale, the right arm comes up, opening up the chest toward the right, gazing past the right fingers. Nice. Beautiful. Breathe. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Now I want you to turn your right foot onto the outside of it. So like you're leaning, your bottom of your foot is facing toward the left. So I just moved my block so you can see that. And then your knee comes over to the right. So you have kind of this wing look, and this is called wing dragon. Now, just take a moment here and notice where your body is, how it feels. Maybe you bend your elbows. Maybe you bring the elbows all the way down to the block. And breathe for wing dragon. Yeah. So we're opening up that right hip flexor here, stretching the right IT band. As you inhale, place your hands on the block, place your foot nice and flat on the mat, and then come up to a kneeling position once again. Take your hands and put them on your right thigh and push your hips forward. Yeah, good job. So believe it or not, you're actually stretching the left quad here. Very nice. Yeah, just lean forward. Good. And then bring the hips back. Arms come up overhead, gaze up. Come onto the ball of the left foot and the right hand comes back. It can go behind your hips or to the left heel. And then gaze up. So this is kneeling exalted. Stretch from fingertip to fingertip. Yeah, nice long stretch. And breathe, of course. And then inhale, the right hand meets the left. Point that left toe. And now we're going to bring the hands down and straighten out that right leg. Bring the right toes up. Yeah, for half splits. Now you can bring your hips all the way down, or you can have them up a little bit. Maybe you even take a block and put it underneath your hips here. Give yourself a little support. All works. Yeah, lots of different options. The heel is pushing forward. The toes are pressing toward your chest. You're folding slightly forward, or maybe more than slightly. You're going toward your edge, no pain. But find that place where there's the greatest resistance without pain. Good job. And breathe. And then let's press that right foot down and inhale. The arms come up overhead. Exhale. Place your hands together at heart center. And let's bring that right foot down. Maybe we give a little jiggle here. Move yourself around and do a little twist. Yeah. And then palms come together at heart center again. Inhale, the left foot comes forward. Yeah. Arms come up overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, bring the hands down, take that block, and we're going to put it inside the left foot. And you can put it at any width that you want. Hands go on top of the block as we fold forward. Good. Breathe here for dragon. Now we're going to take the left foot and come and rest on the outer edge of that left foot. So the top is facing toward the left and the bottom of your foot is facing toward the right. And then bend the elbows if you can and bring your chest down. Maybe you come all the way down to your elbows. Notice the difference between the sides. So on my left side, or on my right side, I could not come down to my elbows. My hips are too tight. But on my left side, I can. So it's all good. Because as you do this more and more, you stretch more and more. And you'll see some slow and sure and very nice, comfortable changes of your ability. And then as you inhale, place the hands down on the block. Press your left foot down, nice and flat, and inhale the arms up overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, place your hands on the left thigh and bring the hips forward. Yep. Stretching that right quad. Beautiful. So right now I have my left elbow on my left thigh. It's just what's comfortable for me. If you have a better idea, that's okay. No problem. You want to add a little bit to this, you can always bring that right foot up. Yeah, maybe you grab the right foot with your right hand. And do a little hug tug there. Nice. And then place your foot down, come onto the ball of the right foot. Straighten out your body, arms come up overhead, gaze up. Exhale, left hand comes down, out behind your hips or to the right heel. Inhale, gaze up toward the right fingers. Right fingers are up toward the ceiling. Nice long stretch from fingertip to fingertip. And breathe. Inhale, the left hand meets the right. Bring the palms down to heart center. As you exhale, bring that left knee down. Do a little jiggle dance. Good. And then let's come down into plank pose. So palms are down. You're going to straighten out your legs. And you look like a long plank. Kind of like something that someone could walk up, right? Everything is nice and flat along the back of your body. Hips are not coming up here. Okay, we'll do that in a second. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows, bring your knees down, point your toes, come down to the bottom of that push-up. Inhale. Straighten out the arms, gaze forward for up dog. That is kind of hard for you. You can also come into Sphinx here, elbows on the mat, palms down, gaze forward. Good. Either one will do a nice bend to the lower back. And it's kind of a reset of our backs. So take a moment to really enjoy the feel of that reset. And breathe. As you exhale, curl the toes under and push the hips up, coming into down dog. Bring the feet nice and wide apart. Heels come down. Push the hips up. Gaze behind you. On this first down dog, let's alternately bend knees and elbows and walk a dog. Stretching out the hamstrings here. Engaging our bandhas. The bandhas include Uddiyana Bandha, your abdominal muscles, and Mula Bandha, pelvic and bladder muscles. Good job. Yeah. And then let's bring both heels down. Press the palms forward. You're gazing behind you. Your head is right between your arms. Heels are pressing down toward the mat. They may not reach there, but at least they're trying. And the hips are pushing up and back. Yeah, and notice as you think those thoughts, the body starts to comply. And then as you exhale, let's walk your hands to your feet for a nice forward fold. Gaze behind you. Let's press that left foot down, bend the left knee, and inhale the right arm up, gaze up. Open the chest toward the right. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Bend the right knee, inhale, the left arm comes up. Gaze up. Opening up the chest toward the left. Exhale, that left hand comes down. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Gaze behind you. Inhale, slowly come all the way up to standing. Arms come up overhead, gaze up. Beautiful. As you exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. Let's bring the feet together. Good. Press those feet down. Engage the thighs, the glutes, the bandhas. Notice how we're coming up. The breath is nice and long. The spine is straight. Your gaze is forward. Just notice where you are in space. Notice how that feels. And then as you inhale, let's bring the arms up overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, bring the arms out and fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, arms overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, palms come together at heart center. Nice. Now let's take that left foot and put it at a 45-degree angle. And take the right foot and notice that your heel is going to start where the left heel is and then come forward right in front of that left heel. Good. Bend the right knee at about a 45-degree angle. So your hips are coming forward. And then take the hands to the hips and bring them so that your belly button is facing forward. Inhale, the arms come up overhead for warrior one. Gaze up. Nice. Press the outer edge of that left foot into the mat. As you exhale, bring the hands behind you and clasp them. Inhale, shoulder blades come together. Gaze up, shining your chest up toward the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And then as you exhale, let's go into humble warrior. Head comes down, hands come up overhead. Beautiful. Gaze behind you. If you feel some dizziness here, just don't bring your head as far down. Keep it up above the knees. There. That should take away the dizziness, I hope. As you inhale, come back up. Arms come up overhead. Gaze up. As you exhale, coming into warrior two. Arms come out to a T. Turn those left toes toward the long end of the mat. Keep that right knee bent. And gaze past your right fingers. You got it. Imagine a straight line between your fingertips. And I know you don't have a mirror, so we're going to rely on our own proprioception. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm comes up, gaze up. Left hand comes down your thigh or behind your hips, pushing them gently forward. Sometimes the hand on the hip helps to keep you from bending forward. Maybe you dip a little bit toward the left. Yeah. Bending at that left waist. As you exhale, arms come back out to a T. Straighten out that right leg. Reach the right arm out and down to the knee, shin, or floor. Making sure that the left hand stays up. Now imagine that there's a pane of glass in the front and the back of you. So you are not leaning forward. And if that's hard for you to imagine, then just bring yourself to a wall and lean against the wall and do triangle pose against a wall. And this time, let's try to bring your head and your left hand to the wall. See how nice and flat you are. Okay, that's what we're trying to achieve. So that's the best way to explain that, I guess. And then as you inhale, come back up to center. Now I want you to take your block, or you can come against the wall again, or both, actually. And then we're going to take the block and bring it down right underneath your hand. And then take that left leg, bring it up. Left hand goes up. Beautiful. Half moon. It's a nice balancing pose. You can do it against a wall or away from the wall. Breathe. Nice. And as you inhale, let's come back to center. Let's come back to your mat. Take the feet and bring them nice and wide. Point them outward. Hands bend, or hands come up, and the bend is at the elbows. As you exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Let's do that 2 more times. Right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. And I can't remember how many times I've done it, so I'm going to do it again. There you go. Nice. And then bring those arms out. Come to the back of your mat. To Samasthiti. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, the arms come up overhead, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. We're going to come into that plank pose. So we're going to go through the same flow on the left side. Engage your bandhas here. Breathe. Push the heels back. Top of the head forward. Good. And we're going to add a little bit on here. So bring the left knee down, left foot off the mat. Inhale, side plank to the right. Right arm comes up, gaze up. So that's one way to do it. Or you can turn both feet or toes toward the right and keep that knee up. Either way. Exhale, come back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, right knee comes down, right foot off the mat. Inhale the left arm up. If you want to try the other way, toes go toward the left, legs are both straight. As you exhale, the left hand comes down, back into plank. Bend the elbows, bring the knees down, point the toes, come down to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale, go into Sphinx pose or up dog. So either the elbows are on the mat or the hands are on the mat. Your gaze is forward in either one. Think about bringing that belly button down toward the mat. Breathe. As you exhale, curl your toes under, coming into down dog. So now the hips come up, the feet come wide, and you're going to push those hips back and up a little bit farther. Breathe. Gazing behind you. Let the neck, the jaw, the shoulders relax. Maybe bring your tongue up to the roof of your mouth. And that helps to relax your jaw. As you exhale, let's walk your hands toward your feet for a forward fold. Bend the left knee. Inhale, the right arm comes up. Gaze up. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Bend the right knee. Inhale, the left arm comes up. Gaze up. Exhale, the left hand comes down. Inhale, bring the feet closer together. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms come up overhead. Gaze up. As you exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. So let's do a shortened sun salutation. Inhale, the arms come out and up overhead. Gaze up. Exhale, the arms come out and down towards your toes. It's okay if you don't reach your toes. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Gaze behind you. Inhale, slowly come all the way up to standing. Arms come up overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. Notice your body in space. Notice where your mind is. Notice the temperature of your body compared to the air around you. Nice. Yeah. Now, before we go into Warrior One, we're going to add one more thing. Bring your toes together, your heels apart, bend your knees, come into chair pose. Hands come out in front of your eyes. Bringing the hips down a little bit farther. Tuck your tailbone under, which helps you to engage your bandhas too. Good. Exhale, bring the hands down and out behind you. The legs straighten, you gaze behind. Inhale, come back to chair. Exhale, down and out behind you. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, whoosh. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, bring the palms together at heart center. Straighten the legs for Samasthiti. Take a nice, long, deep breath here. In through the nose. Hold at the top. Hold, 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 hold. And exhale very slowly. Nice. Now let's take that right foot and put it at a 45-degree angle. And when you're ready, take the left heel, bring it right in front of that right heel. And then walk the left foot forward, come into warrior one. Yeah. Take the hips and with your hands and swivel them forward. So belly button is facing forward. Inhale, the arms come up overhead. Gaze up. Nice. Breathe. Notice. As you exhale, bring your hands behind you and clasp them. Shoulder blades come together, chest shines up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, fold forward. Gazing behind you, the arms come up overhead. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms come up overhead, gaze up. Back to warrior one. Exhale, right hand comes down, out behind you. Arms come out to a T for warrior two. Right toes face the long end of the mat. Nice straight line between the fingertips. Left knee stays bent. Sometimes we need to lengthen the stance here to keep that knee bent. And then gaze past your left fingers. Breathe. Body's doing a lot of work here. So just feel that. Feel the parts of your body that are feeling really warm right now. Inhale, reverse. Left arm comes over the left ear. Right hand comes down your thigh or behind your hips, pushing them gently forward. Gazing up toward the left fingers, maybe we dip to the right. Breathe. As you exhale, arms come back out to a T. Straighten out that left leg, reach the left arm out and down to the knee, shin or floor. Inhale the right arm up. Straight line between the right fingertips and the left for triangle pose. Remember, you can do this against a wall. We want our whole body to be upright, no bending over. So if you feel like you're bending over, then bring this left arm up a little bit farther. Yeah, that just means it's too far. Some people try to go all the way down to their foot. Not needed at all. Okay. Yeah. Now you can gaze forward or up toward your right fingers, just depending on your neck. And breathe. Inhale, come back up to standing. Arms stay out to a T. Now we're going to take your block again. You can go against a wall or you can stay away from the wall. And then both toes are actually going to be pointing toward the left here. Bring that block down. And then inhale. The right arm and the right leg come up for half moon. Whole body is open. Again, you can fit between two panes of glass. Take your time. As you inhale, let's come up to standing. Arms come out to a T, and toes are going to be pointed toward the right. Palms are going to come together. Bend the right knee, and straighten out that left leg. Inhale, come back to center. Turn the toes toward the left. Bend the left knee. Straighten out the right leg. Arms, you're gazing forward. You're not bent over. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Let's do that 2 more times at your own pace. Good. Beautiful. Yeah, just take your time. Maybe you go a little bit lower than the next time. Notice all those muscles in your legs working. Good. And it takes a few minutes to do that. So just give yourself some time. Eventually, coming back to center. If you're still going, more credit to you. Okay. There's no rush in yoga. The slower you go, the more you profit. And then turning toward the front of your mat, coming to Samastitihi whenever you're ready. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Really enjoying your body and what it's done. Feeling the warmth throughout all of the muscles. Fascia stretch has been stretched throughout your body. Inhale, the arms come up overhead, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Come into your plank pose. Slowly coming down, bring the knees down. Point the toes, come all the way down. Inhale, come up to up dog. Take a moment here. If you're in Sphinx, that's awesome. Enjoy that reset of the back. And then I want you to bring the knees apart. As you come into a tabletop pose, bring those knees apart, your toes together, and come into child's pose. Hips come back towards your heels. Arms are stretched out in front of you. Forehead comes down to the mat. Relax here. And then as you inhale, come all the way up to a tabletop pose and slowly come into a seated position, stretching those legs out in front of you. Take a deep breath and then open the legs nice and wide. Good. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Knees out in front of you, past your fingertips. Inhale, come up to seated. Arms come up overhead, gaze past your right toes. Exhale, forward fold, reaching toward the right toes. Always take that strap, bring it around the right foot. Inhale, the left arm comes up, over the left ear, and reach for those right toes. Gaze past your left toes. Inhale, come all the way back up. Arms come up overhead. Gaze past your left toes. As you exhale, fold forward. You can use a strap again. And hold on with your left hand. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, right arm over your right ear. And reaching toward the left toe. The stretch here on the inner thighs. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then let's come all the way down to your back. Do a nice two-way stretch here. Bringing arms up overhead, toes forward. Nice long stretch. Breathing in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath for 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth. Bring the hands to your sides. Inhale, bend your knees, plant your feet, and bring the hips up for bridge pose. Clasping your hands underneath your hips, pressing into the elbows and your triceps. And also take a block here and put it between your knees and press into the block while you are in bridge pose. Yeah. This adds a little bit more to the glutes. Engage your bandhas. As you exhale, let's release and lower the hips. Take out the block if you have it there. Straighten out the right leg. And then as you exhale, bring the right ankle over your left thigh. Adjust that left foot to where it feels comfortable. Okay, and then take your right hand and bring it to the inside of your right thigh and gently push outward. We're lengthening or stretching the IT band and opening up the right hip flexor here. You can also bring the left foot up, straighten that leg. You can, and if you want to add a little bit more, you can take your hands and bring them behind your left thigh and bring it toward your chest. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. and breathe. Relax your head. As you exhale, release that left foot down. And then let's bring your hands to your sides and slowly and carefully unwind that right leg. Straighten it out. Bring the heel up toward the sky. Exhale, bring that leg down. Good. And then bend that right knee. Inhale, the left leg comes up toward the ceiling. Bring that left ankle over your right thigh. Take your left hand and bring it inside the left thigh and gently push out. Beautiful. You can also take that right leg and straighten it out. You can also take your hands and put them underneath or around that right thigh and bring the thigh towards your chest. This is a reclining pigeon pose. Just another way to open up that left hip flexor and stretch the left IT band. As you exhale, release your right leg, bring your hands to your sides, bring that right foot down. Inhale, the left leg comes up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bring that left leg down all the way to the mat. And then bend your left knee. Good. Let's bring the arms out to the sides in a T, and the hips over to the left about 4 inches, knees to the chest and over to the right. Maybe you gaze past your left fingers if your neck allows. Don't force it. For a nice spinal twist. Inhale, the knees come back up. Bring the hips 8 inches to the right. Knees come up to your chest and over to the left. Gaze past your right fingers if your neck allows. Let yourself soften here. Releasing the breath, the bandhas, the drishti, all that stuff. And just relax. And then come back to center. Straighten out your legs. Bring your hands to your sides. And we're coming to Shavasana, or sometimes called corpse pose. Very important part of yoga. This pose is the one where you really appreciate everything you've done. So do take some time here. I recommend at least 5 minutes in this pose. So you can simply turn the video off, let yourself enjoy. And then in about 5 minutes, turn it back on and we'll come back. So after your Shavasana, you're going to start wiggling the toes and the fingers, turning your head from side to side. Bring your knees up to your chest and give yourself a big hug. And then come over to your favorite side. Nice fetal position. Renewing your mind, your body, and your spirit. And then slowly coming up into a seated position, crossing your legs in front of you. Let's bring the arms up overhead, seal in your practice. Bring the palms together at heart center. May the God-given light and love in me reach out to that same light and love in you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time.